Hey everyone, welcome to my live stream. I'm going to be building the Brickheadz for Stranger Things. So we have set number 40549. This one has 11 and the Demogorgon. And then I have this one, the latest, or one of the latest ones, and it's, see if I can get it in shot here. But there's set number 40801, has 542 pieces, comes with the four characters: Mike Wheeler, Dustin Henderson, Lucas Sinclair, and Will Byers. So I'm going to be building that one as well. So I'm going to do the build, and then probably in a separate video I'll do a proper review of the sets, but this is just a live build video. So hope you enjoy it, and I'll probably talk a little bit. I saw the finale last night, and I won't spoil anything, but I thought it was really good. Okay, so let's get started. Let me just see if I can. Okay, so I'll open up the first one here. Actually, before I do that, let's see if I can get my iPad to work. So I can see it on there. Yeah, so there, we got that one. I can get my iPad to work. So I can see it on there. Alright, so looks like I can see myself. So I'm going to open up this one. And I do have a second copy of this one, so this is not going to be the only one that I'm going to be having in my investments. I really wanted to have this one just for my collection in general. So let's open up this one. Okay, so here is the instructions for 11, and here's the instructions for the Demogorgon. Okay, so just put those aside for a second. Might actually get my tray. Let's see if I can find it. Also have some Stranger Things on YouTube playing in the background. All right, so let's open up these packages. So I'm just working on my desk in my room. And we'll get all these bags open up. I think that was just 2, and here's 1. There's another piece here. I think that's it for these bags. And I'll just put this one down here. So here's bag 2, or bags 2. I'm just going to put this in the sort of other section here. So, all those there. So we'll start with bag 1, and that's going to be 11 right there. She is Brickhead 157. do it like this. As you can see, the instructions is really bent. Now this set, before I start, came out in 2022, so that's about 4 years ago now, 3 years ago. All right, so I think bag one pieces are right here. Just gonna put these scissors away. Okay, so now, normally I would use the iPad to use the digital instructions, but I'm using the manuals right now because I'm using my iPad currently. I think recent Brickheadz that I made were for Lord of the Rings. What else did I make? Some other ones. But yeah, mainly Lord of the Rings. To get those ones out, I think I'm gonna make a build review video for that one. Now there is another LEGO Brickheadz set that's coming out. When is that coming out? I think in January, or no, it's coming out, I think it got shipped actually. Yeah, I think I ordered it and it got shipped already. Here's what I got so far. And just this is the body, so nothing too crazy yet. Now this is my first live stream. I'll probably try to post this in my on my channel so you can view it later. Lots of blues and pinks. Yeah, it's just trying to come together. See the hands and arms on either side. Okay, so next, we have a printed piece for her front there. It's 2 by, maybe 2 by 4.5. And we're going to place a bunch of these 2 by 4 with the studs on the outside, just around. Okay, so that's how it's shaping up right now. So it's all around there. Okay, this is where the brain comes in. I'm going to put this one, this, and then there's always a pink brick usually for the brain. This 2x4. And you can see how it sits right there. And then we're going to place some more of these ones on the outside. This is usually how these brickheads work. All right. So we have the head there. And we're going to place some brown for her hair on top. Here we go. And then here comes the face. So I think that's going to be like this. And here we go. Oops. Place the eyes. Eyes are always tricky because you want to get them straight on. Okay. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Now we're going to work on the side of her head. So we're going to use this tile piece right there. And then get her sideburns. And her ear. And what they usually use is a cheese wedge for the ear. And then we'll do the other side. Like this. That piece. There's the ear. And then the hair there. Okay, so there's the other side. And now, I think it's going to be the back of the head. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of these with some 2x4 tiles in brown, dark brown, and some 2x4 plates. And I'm just going to stick them on the back there. So there's the back of the head. And then the feet, the socks, and the white shoes. So there it is. There is L. And I think what you're supposed to do is put a little Eggo, see that tile piece right there? I think it's supposed to go in her hand. Let's see if we can get that in there. There we go. So you can see the Eggo waffle tile piece. So now comes the, let's see, the base plate, which hasn't changed in a long time. So we got this 6x6 black plate. We put a 2x4 plate on top, a 1x4 plate, and then this 1x4 with the 2 studs on either end. And then we just place her on top in the middle there. And there is 11. Looks pretty good, I think. All right, so we're gonna put her just on top there. And we'll start on the Demogorgon. So there's her instructions. I'm just gonna put on top. The Demogorgon's instructions look a little better. They're not as torn or folded. So this one should be much easier to get through. We'll start here. There is this. Next page, we have a 2x4 plate. And then we have a 1x4 plate as well. So far, that's what it looks like. And then we have these 1x2 with the slider. Put 2 of those there. As you can see. Okay, now we're looking for these corner pieces. Right, so there, and then a white 1x2. That's what it looks like so far there. Okay, so add these 1x2 bricks with these studs on the outside. And then we're going to build a little side thing. So let's start with we're going to need some of these. So we can separate a little bit. Okay, and then we have these ladder pieces, these 1x2. Okay. And then we're going to take this bracket, and then we're going to attach it to this. Oops, what did I miss? And what I think I missed is a 1x4 that's going to go right on top. This 1x4 is right here. Okay, so then these ones now go on top. And then this will go on top like that. So there's body forming. Okay, so now I'm going to add a few more of these. Actually, one more of these 1x4 bricks. And 2 more of these 1x2 with the sliders. And we get some tile pieces to go on top. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to grab a couple of these. And a couple of these on top. Now we're making the head right there. then we're going to take some of these dark gray pieces and put them on the edges. Some more snot bricks. Now, I think we're going to make another flat back piece. So here is the back of the head. Now we have, I think, the head to make now. So we have some cheese wedge and these dark red cheese slopes, some 1x1 plate right in the corners. Okay. And then what else? And some of those half or quarter moon tile pieces to also go in the corners. And then one more. There it is. Okay. Next page. So this is going to go right on the front. And it's going to go like this. And we're going to take one of these 2x2 circular pieces in black, put it right in the middle. Now, got a 2x4 with the holes in the middle. And then another one of the 2x2 circular pieces. See how it's looking right now? Okay, so now we want to put a sort of wheel in the middle, red protective piece to secure it, right? We're going to work on these sides, or sides of the head. On the bottom. And then on top, a 2x3, and one more tile piece. That'll finish off the top. Actually, I'm gonna flip these around so you can see sometimes these pieces have little indents. I just want to put them on the outside, or the back rather. Okay, so now we gotta do the top. And now we'll do the side. Maybe I have to move this one actually. See if I can find my brick separator. It's meant to use one of these 1x2 plates with the slider. Okay, one more of 1x3 plate. All right, so here's how it's looking. There's the side, top of the head, and the other side. Okay, I'm gonna make the mouth. And all the teeth are all gonna face inward. Okay. This is gonna go right in the middle there. There's the mouth. Okay, now I'm gonna take some of these inverted slope pieces. I'm gonna attach some clips, 1x1 clips. Sorry, like that. Then we're gonna get the printed tile pieces. Attach it like that. And this one's gonna go on the side, like that. Okay, now I'm gonna attach it on the other side, the 1x1, and then a printed tile. And then this one's just gonna go on the other side. Just like that. Okay, so next one, we have a different kind of clip, a 1x2 clip, and then the tile. And I'm gonna make 3 of these, so I'm gonna assume each one is just gonna go like that. And clip. And then this one just on the edge. I think it's supposed to go like that, yeah. So you can see it's starting to form. Okay, one more. And then there's the last one. Okay, now we're going to make the feet, I believe. And it just seems to be 1x2 bricks with a 1x2 plate. And those are just going to be put on the bottom with another one there. So you see the feet now. Okay, now we're going to make the arms. And we're going to attach it like so. And then the other one. On the other side like that. So I think we're almost done. Just got to make the plate. And then I just attach them. So there we go. There is the Demogorgon. So then we have some extra pieces here, extra waffle piece, extra eye, just really small ones, teeth. So those are all the extra pieces. Okay, so I'm going to put this one over there. We'll probably leave all the extras right there, and then we'll get to the other set. So let me just put these instructions away. Okay, so let's open up this one. Here's the bags, still in plastic. And then here's the instructions. So it's supposed to be like this. There we go. There we go. And then there's all the instructions. So Will, Lucas, Dustin, and Mike. All right, so I think we're gonna start with 1, obviously. That's 5. So it looks to be all in order. We'll put the Demogorgon up there. And we'll dump bag 1. Okay. And a small little bag here. So number 1 is going to be not Will, not Lucas, not Dustin, but Mike. So Mike is going to be bag number 1. All right, so let's get started. There's supposed to be a gray piece. Oh, right there. Okay. So adding some tiles. And then this piece, another 1x4. And then let's see if we can find a, no, not that one. Nope, we can find it. Okay, found it. So 1x4 tile. Okay, so make a separate piece. So there's that. So this is going to go right on the front. And on the back, so this looks to be his backpack. And we'll do the front now. First, another bracket. All right, look at that lining up, pretty good. Okay, now let's continue on top. Hands and a sleeve. Actually, this one's going to go down. Okay, so that's how it's looking so far. So there is the brain. Interesting. We're going to put some of these on the side. And then the top of his head. Now we're going to work on the face. This, and the eyes. Okay, I'm gonna put that on there. So that's how his face is looking. Okay, so I think this is supposed to be top of his hair. Looks pretty cool. And now we're going to do the side of his face, or his head rather. Oh, right there. Okay. So we'll put those right there. So there's the side. Okay, continuing on the side here. It's looking like that. So now we're going to fill it in. We need this one. And then 1x4, or 2x4 rather, and a 1x3. And this one needs a 1x1. Okay, so that's how the side is looking so far. And then another one of these. Sideburns. And then a lot of cheese wedges. Let's see. Okay, so this one goes here. This one will go here. That's really cool shaping, I think, right there. So that's the side of the head. So I think we're going to be continuing that on the other side now. Yep, so follow this. And this one there. 2x3 yellow plate. The 1x2. Is there a 1x2 somewhere? Oh yeah, right there. Okay, so now cheese wedge corner here, and a 1x4 on top. And now this one, that's the other one. Yep, there it is. Just to grate the other side. Now we have, let's see, what did I miss? Oh yeah, the 1x4, or 2x4 rather. Then these slopes go on top. And that one. Another slope piece for the sideburn. And then again the cheese wedges. Could put another 1x3. Okay. Let's try that. One of these, one of these. All right. And the side. Okay, so there's the other side. Matching on both. Okay, so let's do the back now. So we got some 2x2 plate. This one's sort of just going to hang there. And then a 1x4 will help put that in place. Another 2x2 in yellow. And then it looks like some more 1x2 cheese wedge pieces to create that shaping. And this is the last one there. Okay, so now we have some more slope pieces and some more 1x2. This hair is pretty fun, actually. Okay. There we go. So there's the back of the head. We can see that. Okay, now we're going to move on to the the legs, rather. So the jeans are this dark blue. I'm going to go like that. And then his white shoes. So there is his legs. That's how he's shaping up right now. And there's his backpack. Okay, we're going to do the top of the head. Just a few more pieces left. So the slope pieces on top. And then these ones on the other side. Gonna create his walkie-talkie. And just put him in its hand. There you go. So there is Mike Wheeler. Now I just have to make the base plate. And then put him in there. So there is Mike Wheeler. Really cool. That's how he looks like all around. Very cool. All right, so we'll put him on top there. We'll put this section at the bottom. And then we'll move on to, looks like Dustin. Dustin has some really curly hair and the hat, so that'll be fun. Okay, next bag. Oh, and then all these extra pieces. And just double check. Sometimes I'm just thinking, is there anything missing? Oh, this is backpack. Nothing else needed. Yeah. Okay, so that's it for that. Is this all for Dustin? Well, doesn't look like a lot.